Hi there, my name is Kronenberg and welcome to my channel. This is a film review of Killers 2, The Beast. It's an action, came out in 2002, Amazon says 2024, that's wrong. IMDb is an 18, Amazon is a 16 plus. It's an hour and 27 minutes. Amazon is 4.3 out of 5, IMDb is 3.7 out of 10. They're both the same, so I'll just read it. After a routine drug deal turns bad, Heather is arrested and taken to a mental institution. Inside the asylum, Heather's mind plays tricks on her, and she becomes convinced that a plot is underway to murder her. So the director is David Michael Latt. Yes, it is an asylum film, I forgot to say. Who directed Jane White is Sick and Twisted. I've just reviewed that recently. Producer was three of them. So we have David Romari, who did Gladiators. That's the only one we producer on. Music is by Eric Carter, who did Bill's Mountain. The cast, we have Kim Little, who is Heather, who was in Jane White is Sick and Twisted. That's kind of cool. Stephen Glynn, who was Jim, was in Death Valley, The Revenge of Bloody Bill. I've done that one. That's a good film to review. Matthew Scollan, who was Scott, who was in The Secret Craft, aka The Source. I reviewed that one as well. Melissa Renee Martin, who was Emma, who was in Even in Shade, the series. DC Douglas was Dr. W.B. Miller, who was in Secrets by the Shore. Scott Soren, who was Gary, who was in Dine and Shine. Belinda Gavin, who was Violet, who was in Cubby House. And Nick Stellate, who was Braces, who was in Gacy, the Serial Killer Next Door. It's filmed in LA, California. So I've seen the first one. I've reviewed that. So if you want to see that, I've got it at the end of this film here, so you can see it. But I have seen the first one, so I was kind of curious how the sequel goes. They don't normally do sequels. So if you've seen the first one, if you watch the trailer, you'll see what I mean about it. But the credits is this orange, of course. It's literally this like watching the first one, but it's like footage from the first film, as well as footage of our Heather in the current film, like stay in a hospital, like bits that's already happened. You know what I mean? In the hospital. So she wakes up in this gurney in hospital and flops to the floor, and the doctor and the three nurses won't go near her, but manage to eventually strap her down. You're like, what the hell? She's just a female. I'm not just a female, but it's just like there are three guys, and well, four, because there were three nurses and the doc. I was like, can't you just do it? Way to go, doctor. So she's in a fragile state, feeling a bit flighty, doesn't know where she is. And she asks about someone from the first film. I'm not saying who, so if you've not seen it, but she asks somebody about something, and so he sort of blunders around. And then he says, yeah, he expired. And so she freaks out. Can't people just say they died? Oh, how many doctors do you know say, yeah, well, I was just inquiring about my insert family member here. Yeah, unfortunately, they died. They didn't die, sorry, they expired. Expired? What, milk? Now, the image I've got is of Violet. So what's happening with her, she's behind this behind this screen, and all three of the male nurses are kind of like taunting her. And it's quite funny because she's in this straitjacket, and Jim's with her, and the other two are on the other side of the window. And it was funny watching Gary doing this biting. So he was kind of like looking through the window, kind of like gnashing his teeth, while she was gnashing her teeth towards him, and he was like goading her, going, go, go on, bye. It was quite funny watching it. And then while Heather and Emma are chatting away, all you can hear is Violet screeching away. It's just quite funny in a sad way. So the doctor's seeing if Heather knows anything about, anything she can remember. Says, so can you tell me what... He asks what day it is. Says, well, do you know what year it is? And she goes, yes. I was like, were you going to answer? And then he says, do you know what the difference is between a tennis ball and a grapefruit? And she says, one of them will hurt more when I shove it up your ass. The doctor looks worried. That's like, yeah. I'm curious though, if you're in a psychiatric hospital, you're allowed to wear makeup? Now, especially if you're in straps all the time. That's confused me, because she's in makeup all the time. And she's strapped down in the chair, strapped down in the bed, all the time. It was an interesting attempt to escape though when she was high on meths. Not going to work. So it's a secure place, right? So what you need to do is you have to make sure that you leave the master set of keys on the outside of the door in the rec room. So that's where the rec room is, in the door that leads to the nurse's station. Make sure the key's on the other side where everyone's chilling. And then as all hell breaks loose, make sure you have a security guard that just chuckles and keeps reading the paper and doesn't break up the fight. It's just like, what the hell? Now, I saw the first death, poor guy. It wasn't gory, it was just, because it's not a horror film, it was quite a, yeah. The old padded room and jacket. How to relax makes someone sane, or the complete opposite. And then we end up with the eyeshadow. It looks like she has 2 black eyes. It's like, who's put all this eyeshadow on her? Now, the doctor, I must admit, speaks very calmly with medical speaking. It's actually quite good. It's a lot better than actual proper films that you see in modern day thing. He actually has that kind of doctor attitude. It's quite weird, but good. So, our main killer, who's, well, the main guy that comes in, is Braces. Seems to talk like he's chewing on cotton wool. If you actually watch the trailer with the volume on, go to IMDb, you'll hear, and it's like, what the hell? Are you eating cotton wool balls while you're talking? It's so weird. But I don't know if he had something wrong with his teeth or something, because apparently he does voiceovers and stuff. I thought, well, I'm not too sure about that. The fight scene with the frying pan, John Wick at one. It's just like, nah, this is pretty crap. Of course, happens in all films. She's got 2 guns, the other guy's got a shotgun. They're running towards each other on a corridor, both shooting each other. Nobody can kill each other. Nobody can even hit each other. And also, the interesting thing, if you watch the trailer, you think, oh, this is all kicking off. It's like, no, it doesn't. Much to say, majority of the shooting doesn't happen most of the film. It's not that kind of film. But it's not a bad film. It's kind of on par with the first one. I'm going to give it a 4, though. That's how I feel about it. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed watching and listening to this film review of Killers 2. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. Leave a comment box below. Have you seen this film? Have you seen the first one? I've got plenty of asylum films, so you might be able to find something else you like. Okay, well, thank you and goodbye.